All right, guys. I hope you can hear me. Um, Online students, can you hear me? Just want to make sure. Okay. All right. How many of you are taking the December 11th test? One, two, three, four, five. Anybody online? Lucas, Sam, Matt. Okay, quite a bit. All right. So we discussed this in the other group at the end. I just want to bring it here right now so that because they were asking a few questions about preparation stuff. So I want to bring it before you guys even ask me questions and stop me if you have any questions. Now, so you're left with 18 days before the exam, remember? Okay. So they're asking me how would I prepare and how students in the past who have done prepare. If you want to write down, you can write down or it's going to be recorded, of course, so you can always watch this. The basics to remember here is the last 2-3 weeks of the before the test, you have to average 2 hours per day. Okay, so 18 days times 2 is 36 hours. Out of 36 hours, you have to take 2 full practice tests, like the time full practice test, with the last one being on December 5th or before, because between December 5th and 11th, you do not want to have too many practice tests between 5 and 11. It's got to be done by 5th, 2 practice tests. So that'll take out 8 hours. 36 minus 8 is 28. Out of this 28 hours, 50% goes to math, because math has the highest curriculum. So that's 14 hours. And you're left with remaining 14 hours. Out of the 14 hours, reading and science is just purely practice because it varies from test to test, right? Your body should get used to it. But for English, you have grammar rules. You have to review the rules on a constant basis. And same with math as well. How do you spend that 14 hours is to do problems from the books, but you also spend time on reviewing the notes, the math packet, and it has to have a purpose. Sounds good? And if you don't know something, let's say for example, you came across something which you have absolutely no clue, you have not studied, don't waste your time on that question. But let's say you made a mistake in, let's say, equation of circle, which you should know. Yeah, I would go work on it, spend time, learn, because if you don't learn now, it might show up in the test. Sounds good? So this is what I would recommend for you for, I know your Thanksgiving coming up, semester exams coming up, but it's coming for everybody, not just for you guys. So I was telling this story and I want to repeat this, this because he was in this class, this student. So his dad called me after the October test on 23rd itself, after the test. And he said, Manoj, my son took your class and, he felt awful. He said he didn't do well. And this was even before he got the scores. I said, asked him only one simple question. How many hours did he prep and how long? He said 2 weeks before the test and total of 10 hours. So I'm going to ask you a simple question. Okay, Trinity, do you play any sports? Anybody play any sports? What do you play?
Basketball.
Basketball. So let's say this is the season, right? This is the basketball season. Let's say you have a tournament on December 15th, okay? So you decide to start preparing for the December 15th tournament on December 1st for the first time. How are you going to do on 15th?
Not the best.
Not the best. And why is that? Because you didn't put in that time in. Your body doesn't know. You have no muscle memory built, right? So that doesn't work for sports, how does it work for ACT then? These are not magic things, right? What you do for sports is what you do for studies. And I played sports too. I I played ping pong professionally, so I know what to put in, how much effort to put in, right? I practice every single day for 2 hours, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Hell or heaven, when I was in school time, 2 hours. So school got done at 3:30, came home at 3:45, ate whatever crap I could get. 4 o'clock at the club, practice 4 to 6. Boom, 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 boom. 6 o'clock sharp, done. Go home, shower, start studying. We used to have a late dinner at home. 7 to 9 study. 9 o'clock dinner at home. 9:30 dinner is done. 9:30 to 11:30 study. And this I did for years, and not just me. Many people in India did. The only difference was very few people played sports there, so I had to have that extra 2 hours. And in the morning, I used to get up at 5 and practice badminton. I went to state in badminton and ping pong. So 5 to 7 in the morning. School was at 8:30. That's what you would do, right? You would put in effort. If you want to be good, of course. If you want to suck, you're doing a good job. Chase, do you play any sports?
Football and basketball.
Okay, football and basketball. Do you practice?
Yeah.
Why?
To get better.
Do you do the same thing for ACT?
Yeah.
How much is it same or different?
Oh no, not the same. A little different.
A little different, right? Why is that?
Way more fun.
Way more fun. But remember, this is the one that's going to give you the money. Football is not only the 0.02% who make the NFL and all those things. They make the money. The remaining 99.989% they don't make any money, right? Yeah, it's fun. That's not going to feed your stomach. A good ACT score. One of my students just texted me. She got $96,000 scholarship, and people think I lie, so I want to prove it today. So here you go. Creighton University. Oops. 96,000. And what time it is? Today at 3:23 p.m. Okay. So I'm not lying. That's a lot of money, right? $96,000. And she scored 35 in ACT. And she's from Kansas City. Boy, she worked hard. She took this class regular. She took the advanced class. And then she took one-on-one classes with me. And she might have done at least 6 to 9 practice tests, full practice tests. Did she like it? Was it fun for her? Hell no. But she put in the effort. Now she has gotten 3 admissions already. She got Loyola, $100,000. Creighton, 96. Another 185. So she has already had the $300,000 scholarships, and she has applied to 20 different colleges. So she may get around $1 million scholarship. Now who is better? Now who is having fun? Right? So I don't mind playing sports. Do sports, do studies, balance it. Okay. Online students, do you have any questions for me for your preparations for December 11th? And you gotta be this is the day, because next Sunday is no class, and December 5th is the last class where we do ACT writing. We spend time on ACT writing. It's only 1 hour class for December 5th, and it's combined. So ask me questions, and that's what they did at the last. We needed a little bit more time there. So, but you guys have time. After that, I'm gonna do the science test today. So I have time to talk to you guys. So please ask. I can tell you so many examples. I have 6,000 students who have gone through this program. Why not learn from them? Yeah.
Which test do you think we should like put in a little bit more effort on?
I don't understand the question.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Reframe it.
Yeah,
Which book you mean?
Which subject?
which subjects? Yeah.
I would definitely say math has been a general for everybody. Then it's been English. Reading and science is practice. Here's what I would do. I would do, let's say Monday tomorrow, November 22nd. I would do reading test tomorrow. After the test is done, I'll work on all the mistakes. Okay? Mistakes is important. Why? Why did I make this mistake? Then Tuesday, I would do 2 hours of math studying because math takes the most time. Wednesday, I would do science test, work on the mistakes. Thursday, I would do math again. Friday, I would do English. Math becomes your common entity. You with me on this? But when you make a mistake, you got to dive in, dig in, dig in. And that's the mistake. If I can go back to a 16-year-old and if somebody wants to tell me some advice, they should have told me this. When you make a mistake in practice, don't take it lightly. So for example, basketball, right? Let's say there's so many strategies, right? There's so many skills to it. Every sport has the skill. Let's say your arm, is not coming off. What is the mistake am I doing? Somebody else is getting it. Mr. Curry is getting all these 3-pointers, but I'm not getting it. Why is he good? Why is he not? Learn from, I was actually watching his videos today when I was having a little time, how he practices body structure and all that. And I never played basketball in my life, but I just love it because he's a great athlete. His preparation, mental preparation, body language, fitness. You learn from somebody you have never played. Do you guys remember this Formula One driver? I should not say driver, racer. Michael Schumacher. He met with a major accident. He was in a coma for 6 months. He survived. One of the greatest athletes. How he prepared. Michael Phelps. I read about Michael, how he prepared. Body language, how he prepared. Small things. All about preparations. Okay. Anything else? Anything specific to ACT you want to ask? All right. Let's get started with it. Get your books. We're going to get a science test. I want everybody to open page number. And remember, when you're doing science, no calculator. Never make that mistake. Go to page 635 and tell me if we have done any passages in page 635 on the test 635.
No. Oh. No.
Yes or no?
I don't think so.
I don't have any. But did we find out what the order is?
Yeah.
Yes.
Good. What is the order?
3, 7,
376152
3, 7,
6,
61
6, 1,
52
5, 2.
4.
Okay. Here's what you guys will be doing. I want you guys to be doing passage 3 and 4. The first easy one, the difficult one. You with me on this? In the real world, you won't be doing this, but today I'm going to just give you practice. All right. That ready? Passage 3 and 4. Your time starts now. Go. 3 and 4. if you're done, you just have to tell me your name so I can have an idea.
Thanks.
Josh.
Yes.
Peyton.
All right, I'm gonna stop you guys at 11 minutes. Of course, compared to passage 3 and 4, which was difficult.
What?
So if you've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in that order, and you would have come across 4 instead of doing it last, what would you have felt?
Pressure.
Pressure, right? And and then it's going to start impacting the remaining two passages, right? Which you would have done anyway last. This is, I wanted to kind of show the difference between doing the easy one and the hard one. If you had done the two easy ones, you would have done in 6 or 7 minutes. This took almost like another 5 minutes extra. That's the impact. And I really can't emphasize enough the mistakes students do when they don't follow this. And I'm not saying that every time it'll be so much different, but it has in the past. I'm going to read out the questions 11 through 22. Let's go. 11 to 22. CFB, JAH, BGC, JAJ. Did anybody get all correct? One wrong. Chase, Mac. That's pretty good. That's really good. 2 wrong. Good. Sam, okay, good. Lucas, good. Any questions for me? I've been telling you that from the day 1 to last day, the biggest complaint is you guys don't ask questions. So, oh, here you go.
Number 15.
Okay. Next.
11.
21. 21.
Weird. 21 is the most asked question. And I actually put a star mark here. I don't know if you can see that. 21. I was hoping people would ask 21. I've had a lot of people ask in the past. Yes.
11.
7? No, I mean
11.
11. First question. All right. So after patches 3, what was the next easy one we had picked? Was it 7? Yes, no? Okay, passage 7 has 6 questions. Only passage 7. But I'm going to put you some pressure now. You have to finish the passage, this 6 questions, in 4.5 minutes. Okay? You have to. So that means you have to answer every question, whether you get to it or not. Your time starts now. Go. Only passage 7. Time's up. All right. Imagine again, if you had done 3 and 7 versus 3 and 4, right? Huge difference, right? Anyways, let's go and talk to those 3 questions. Question number 11. I don't know who asked 11. Okay. Usually, first question is always the easiest, okay? I think it's a silly mistake. That's what my gut feeling is. According to figure 1, at 3 seconds, the thermometer reading in the 40 degrees Celsius. The 40 degrees is a small dotted line.
I
Yeah, I know. That's usually that has to be the reason that you did not know which line it is. So should be around 36 degrees because it's between 30 and 40 degrees at 3 seconds. Make sense?
I just messed up on like the second placement.
And same with 15, by the way. According to passage, which of the following did the thermometer register the highest reading? You can see highest reading is always for 6 degrees Celsius. So the 50s are wrong, are not right. So, and more time, higher temperature, so it's 4 versus 2 seconds, 4 seconds. Make sense? And I have to tell you, all the questions in passage 3 had a negative fudge factor. That means you would have lost a lot more point than this 1 point. Because they thought all the questions in passage 3 were easy. Okay, so just to reiterate, why easy questions you should not make mistakes. 21 had actually had the highest positive fudge factor of the entire test. Did anybody get 21 correct with purpose, with knowing exactly why? Okay,
What
one.
was 21?
A. All right, let's talk. And of course, we are in the COVID time, so it's good to talk about this too. Scientist 1 viewpoint implies that scientist 2 viewpoint would be weakened by which of the following observations? So, what scientist 1 viewpoint implies the scientist. So, what scientist 1 is saying would weaken what scientist 2 is saying, okay? Scientist 1, first look at the first line of the scientist 1. Placebos are an important aspect of clinical research for many reasons. Not only do they establish a controlled group for the test treatment in question, but they also help address the issue of mind or matter, which is an important issue when working towards treatment for a particular illness. The body is a powerful life force which, okay, Bob. So what scientist 1 is saying is, if you have a placebo, and let's talk about the COVID-19 vaccine, right? So always have placebos. How do I know that the vaccine they made is effective? When the vaccine was given to the control group and the other group got the placebo, if the placebo group had more COVID-19 cases and the vaccine group did not, right? It was working, right? That's how they know that there's a difference. If everybody gets the vaccine, then we would not know. So always have a control. And that's the news you hear, right? Pfizer submitted data to FDA. Moderna did it. You've been hearing this. That's what they submit is the control group and the placebo group. That's what they research. Look at what scientist 2 says. There are many reasons why placebo shouldn't be used in clinical research. So the scientist 1 viewpoint implies the scientist 2 viewpoint would be weakened by having all patients in a control group recover less quickly. So if scientist 1 says all patients in the control group recover less quickly, that would weaken scientist 2's statement. Chase, does that make sense? Are you sure? What was your answer? I was wondering about it. A patient who learns that she has been given a placebo becomes ill. But would they even learn that? Would a patient ever find out? Ever? You know, the person who is actually injecting the vaccine, they themselves don't know whether it's a placebo or not. Nobody knows this except a software that has designated these numbers. You with me on this? So when they scan it, that's how. So it's a data generated by. So patient won't know that. all patients in a control group recover less quickly. That's not true. You with me on this? Because that's where the placebo comes into picture. The placebos recover less quickly, not the control group. Yeah, I spent some time on this. When I did this test, I remember this question very well. Tricky one. Are you sure, Chase? Does this make sense?
Yeah.
It's a tricky wording, right? It's
Yeah.
a tricky wording, yeah. I spent quite a bit of time actually. And that's why you try your best not to do these type of passages. But the graph one was boom, done, right? 2 seconds, 4 seconds. You get to that quick. Passage 7. 35 to 40. AHC, FCH. Did anybody get all correct? 1, 2. Anybody online got all right? 3. 1 wrong. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Questions? Yeah.
38.
Okay.
40.
Okay.
Okay, I got a question.
Hmm.
What was 38?
38. F.
Okay.
So we selected 3, 7 as the first two easy. What are the last two difficult ones?
5 and 2.
I thought it was 4 was the last one, right?
4 was the last one.
So after that 4, the one before was 2 or 5?
2.
2. All right, passage 2 has 5 questions. I'm gonna give you guys 5 minutes, and if you guys need more time, we'll add time. Okay. 5 minutes for 5 questions. Go. Passage 2 only. All right, let's go to those questions first of all. Facet 7. Question number 38. Who has 38? Okay. What was your answer? What did you pick for 38?
Hold on, let me. H.
Okay. Now, look at the boiling point, okay? The one they have listed starts with 1484, the third column, boiling point. And their delta H fusion is 8.54, then it increases 11.3. So, if the boiling point is below 1484, would the delta H be above or below 8? Okay. Question number 40, same one actually, kind of. It was hypothesized that the heat of fusion will increase as the boiling point increases. Based on the data in the table, which of the following pairs of elements would support this hypothesis? I want to guess, Chase, what you, was it you asked?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you say your answer was J? I'm just guessing.
No.
What was your answer?
G.
Okay. All right, so look at this. As the boiling point is increasing, heat of fusion is increasing. So nickel and iron, okay? For the boiling point of nickel is actually lower than nickel. Boiling point of nickel is lower than iron, even though this delta H is higher. Did you see that one? So that doesn't fit that one. Water and calcium. Water has at the top, they have given 6.02 kilojoules per mole for delta H, and we all know the boiling point of water is, come on, 100. So lower boiling point, lower delta H, higher boiling point. So water and calcium is good. Silver and iron are good because silver and iron follow the pattern. Nickel doesn't follow the pattern. Make sense?
Yep.
Because there's a small dip in the boiling point, even though the delta H keeps increasing. This is, you need to be very careful in ACT to the small details. When you think, oh, the trend looks easy, right? You may not be focused enough from 2750 to 2732. That's where they get you. It's all about attention to details. Focus, basically. Okay. Passage 2, question number 6 to 10. HBH. Repeat, HBH CF. How many got all correct? 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. One wrong. 5, 6. Okay, good. Questions?
10.
Okay. According to table 1, Atomeris Io and Anthrea polyphemus both have which of the following traits? Tell me how you did it.
So, tried to see like which one had. It kind of looked to me like it had.
Somebody help him. I want to hear how you guys got the answer. I know you guys all got correct. A lot of people got all correct. Trinity, Chase. So how you guys got that answer? I want to hear from you guys.
I went to where they split.
Where do they split?
What?
Where do they
Oh,
split?
step 8.
Step 8. Okay, that's the first thing. Did you see that one in step 8? One is the 5 to 8 centimeters, one is the 10 to 15 centimeters. Okay, next.
And then I looked on the result and looked for which step sent me to step 8.
That is step number
Step number 5.
5.
And then it was pronounced spots and lesions. Frenchy baby.
Does it make sense? So the split happened in they were both at step 5 and then they go to step 8, but step 8 they had a split. Now you know why tables are confusing. It's not, they can be very deceptive. Remember, there's hardly any reading to do this in this, right? But there's so much inside it which can be like, oh, go to this step, go to that step, go to this step. And they can get very convoluted at the end and you're going to lose focus on this. Have a happy Thanksgiving. I'll see you guys December 5th. Start studying. Bye-bye. Actually, you guys ask questions. I'm happy. So